A few months back, I got a Stark VARG electric motocross with 80 horsepower that I took the power unit out of and put it in a Go Kart. And that left me with a rolling chassis. Since it's an electric bike, I thought it would be funny to make it gas powered. And since it's red, what better motor than a Honda? And why not go old school and put a 2-stroke in it? So I picked one up on good old Marketplace. I looked for a little while before I found the right one with a nice exhaust. It looked pretty good for a bike that old. And it only had one rider. 2 owners, but only one of them rode it. Here is the 1999 Honda CR250 that I just bought. And here is the rolling chassis of the Stark VARG. Actually, I think it's called 250R. Just like my 3-wheeler that I might show someday. As you can see, the frames, they differ quite a lot. But I started with picking apart the CR250. And the guy you see flashing by in the time lapse, it looks like ERP, and one of them actually is. But the guy helping me here with this build is Philip, ERP's twin brother. Once the motor was out of the Honda, you could really see the difference of the frames. Whereas the Stark's motor and battery is a part of the structure, and the Honda has an independent frame, if that's the right way to say it. So we need to rebuild the Stark slightly. And when I first called Philip about this project, I told him we shouldn't think too much and just build. So that's what we did here. we basically just measured the ride height of the Stark and tried to keep that same height. So here we just placed the motor on a pallet to see how it would look inside the frame. That way we could plan what we would build around it. Känns som jag är på Kreta 1993.
Suntrip eller någonting.
I love this old school camera. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Should I keep using it?
Funderar om man ska försöka flytta över det plastskyddet till stacken också. Det är så jävla coolt tycker jag. Det är lite, alltså skivor, ja. Det är häftigt tycker jag.
Then Philip started to notch the tubes so we can build from that. And none of the twins really want to be on camera too much. So I try to keep them out of it, but I still want to give them credit. Since the motor and battery was a part of the structure on the Stark frame, we had to make a few custom mounts. And yeah, back to the frame. We then made a crossbar to strengthen the frame, and yeah, like some diagonal tubes as well, as you can see here. And then I took some eye measurements and thought it would be a good idea to cut off the bottom part of the Honda frame and use that to hold the motor in. And it would also look good because you got the aluminum.
Wait, what did you just say?
You got the aluminium part on the bottom of the Stark frame. It vibrated so much that I lost feeling on my arms and was being a crybaby.
Jävlar.
Varför är det vatten i ramen?
Det är från Gotland Grand National. 1999.
Det är gammalt vatten.
Then we actually took some parts of the subframe that already had some brackets right where we wanted them. So we had ERP weld that together. I really want to start learning how to weld aluminum. I was still thinking about this. I couldn't let this go.
Alltså, jag säger kör. Alltså i min värld så är det där typ feta.
Han var stor skiva då. Det är som att den här är för liten för det.
And the Stark bike has both the front and rear brakes on the handlebars, and it doesn't have a clutch. So I had to find a way to place all 3 levers on the handlebars.
Men när man har stuntbroms, har man den över eller under kopplingen? Det måste vara över. Bromsen under. Huh.
Ja, så bromsar man med långfingret.
And some things turns out to be bigger missions than you expect. Like finding an M16 threaded rod. I had to go to 3 different shops.
Nu har vi kommit ganska långt.
Now the bike was starting to take form. It was far from finished, but you could see where it was heading. And I found this used silencer to match the FMF fatty pipe that was already on the bike when I bought it. And to get the Kickstarter to be in the right position, not hit the pipe or the frame in the wrong place, we had to both bend it, cut it off and weld it back. But it ended up really nice. And now the radiator is in place as well, and that was just plain luck. The fitment is so good. It's crazy. Yeah, 25% luck in this project. At least 25%. Another thing with an electric bike is that it doesn't come with a gas tank. But there were actually some room for one. So I started to make a cardboard template for a gas tank and then cut it out of aluminium.
Jag fyller ju ut tank version 2.0. Kolla, man ser henne där i.
He made a much better version, because it turned out that my pieces were kind of hard to fit together. I had too many bends, so I started over.
Nu ska vi se, den där har jag gjort och det där var ju 2 stycken likadana. Side parts. Okej. Ja.
Nej men klipp härifrån.
Ja, det hållet. Ja, för den trycker ner den. Jävlar vilken svett.
I thought this bike deserved something special for the gas cap. I've been waiting to use this laser engraver for quite a while now. So this was the perfect opportunity. I wanted the bike to look stock and not have a bunch of logos on it. And still put a mark on it somewhere. So I think this was quite tasteful.
Det här blir jättefett tycker jag. Nice. Funderade på om man skulle ha locket till laddningen. Det här locket. Jag hade kunnat modda det så att det blir det. Men jag vet inte. Det är ganska coolt på att ha ett vanligt tanklock också.
I decided to go with the regular gas cap. I think it looks clean.
Fan, trött jag är nu. Det är inte
super mycket kvar nu. Lite fästen. Lite såna här ögon. Den ska vara upp där så. Texten där. Det är coolt som fan. Sy ihop allting imorgon kanske. Originalet här. Det här originalet får inte riktigt plats. Så jag måste komma på något här. Men ja, det ska nog gå. Det finns ju plats. The Stark has its screen or mobile phone holder and bar clamp integrated, and I'm using that for the cart. So I got these rental bar clamps to be able to run the bars like normal. Oh, I dream of owning some ratchet wrenches. Ratchet wrenches. Sounds weird. Ratchet wrenches. Ratchet wrenches. Sounds like German. Ratchet wrenches. It broke off. I guess I can just hold it in place while I weld it. Should work. Now it'll hold together while I'll take a seat so I can sit down and weld this fully. Yeah, that'll work. It's airtight. Not the prettiest, but it's airtight. And I think you've noticed by now that the motor looks kind of... it doesn't look that fresh as I wish it did. You could water polish or jet polish or whatever it's called, or just sandblast it or glass blast it, but you need to pick it apart completely, and I can't really spend that much time on this project. But I've heard of soda blasting, so I thought I'd give that a try. I took this motor with me to blast it because my air compressor is too small. And I went to the Camel King and he got a new toy.
Nej, det verkar det vara. Alltså den är skitkul att köra. Ja, det är mycket.
Jag har köpt GE här. Det är bakpulver. Jag ska blanda ut det här med för att bakpulver ska räcka längre. Nej, men vi ska blästra med det. Eller jag ska blästra med det. Det är tanken. Jag sätter på YouTube. Det ska
Det ska vara jätteenkelt och få en väldigt fin yta. Vi får se hur enkelt det är och hur fint det blir. Ja, jag hörde att ni hade en riktigt jävla fet kompressor.
Jag vill ha den efter påslagen. Att laptop.
Alltså fan, det här är ju helt... Det här är ju helt utbankat.
Jo.
Åh, vad fan!
Ja, det är en present till dig.
Åh, tack! Jag har letat efter den. Så, den är på. Ja, det här blir skitbra. Det kan jag snurra den till och med, kolla. Oj, oj, oj. Ja, jag ska testa. Okej, det här funkar. Det här funkar, det är skitnice. Jävlar. Kolla den här sidan.
Ja.
Mm. Oj, förlåt Ninis. Jag kom på att jag skulle ju fetta av det först. Nu funkar bara motorerna, va? Fett.
Fan vad grymt alltså.
Du kan åka och klippa gräset så.
Ja,
Det är en åkgräsklippare.
det är ju det.
Nu jävlar.
And then that radio-controlled lawnmower created some chaos.
Jo, det hade den.
Looked like Robot Wars.
Det här är circular också.
Yeah, this looks way much better. It doesn't look new, but it looks so much better than earlier. It was pretty quick and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg, so I'm happy. And then I did my best to both clean and fix the pattern in the radiator.
Det blir utmaning.
It was quite fun.
Yep.
Took a lot of time. It turned out pretty good, but I'm not sure, I can't find any footage of it. And then I had to make a few more brackets before it was finally time to fully weld everything in place.
Såklart.
Nice. And then I got a can of matte black, but it's half matte to hopefully match the original paint of the Stark frame. Look how well the paint matches the original color of the frame. And then it was time to put it all back together again. Alright, so now we've gotten pretty far with the build. Never mind my hair. I've just put in the CDI, I think, and the motor mount is on. We have the linkage, and there is not much left, but we have the carburetor with the gas holes. I didn't want to cut it yet, but I'm gonna exchange all of these to some new fresh ones, and I gotta like clean this thing. There's like a lot of dust and even wood inside of it. So I'm gonna clean that, and now I'm gonna show you my idea. It was to put this in. This is supposed to go in here, and we don't have an airbox any longer. So my idea was to have these silicone hose parts with a little filter, and to bring it around the suspension. But that's way too tight. So I've reconsidered the idea, and now I want to do like this, a much shorter one. So it's just a filter right away, and just use this piece as a adapter. But I'm gonna cut it. It's it's too long right now. I'm just gonna use the part where it shrinks. Maybe I can use this. Let's see how. So I don't cut too much of it. And the right side down. Let's see. Nice and even. Even. So we put this on. But I think we need to cut some of this as well, because it's way too long. There is not enough space here. I think we need like, I'm gonna try to cut it like here, right about here. This should be enough. I'm so sweaty, man. Yeah, it's almost winter, but it still feels warm in here. I think it's probably like 17 degrees Celsius or something. It's steaming hot. Yeah, I'm cutting this at an angle on purpose, because I want to have it in the right position. So let's see if I calculated this correctly. I think. Something like that. It's the suspension is free, and it's against the frame, but I'm gonna cut it a little more off camera and tighten it up. And yeah, we're gonna put some sealant on the long-awaited Stark VARG gasoline valve, yeah. And I'm gonna cut this one so it's perfect length. I think it's about right there. Let's see where I put the little blade. Somewhere about here. Yep, like that. And then watch it penetrate. Almost in. It's almost in. Oh, come on. Flexa väldigt lite. So this is basically just a ring that I printed to have the hose clamp against something. So it's stuck. And then I wanted to change all the dirty hoses to give it a brand new look. Almost. It might not be new, but it looks a lot fresher. Sometimes some things just doesn't feel right and you have to go back and fix it. Så jag gjorde en ny. Det här är den gamla. Jag gjorde en ny nu som är lite större. Bara lite. Ja, mycket bättre. Nu är det snaggfett. Perfect. And then Timmy showed up with the right size hose clamps. Perfect. Vi förspänner den här lite. Pre-shrink.
Man drar tills det går lös ett halvår tillbaka.
Ja, nu sitter det fan. Ser jävligt flummigt ut, men... Så det var på med en kedja. Jag har stripat upp lite sånt här. Kan du göra det lite snyggare kanske? And we had to bend this one back a little bit. It still worked, but you know, it's all in the details. Första gången vi ska tanka starken. And yeah, probably the first time anyone ever filled up a Stark VARG with gas. Ifall det läcker. Eller jag har ny hårfärg. Det är bara för att polisen är efter mig. Jag måste byta skepnad. Oj, nu... Ja. Det läcker lite, kan man ju lugnt säga.
Jag startar då, fort som fan.
Jag vill kolla.
Det var inget bra.
Nej, det var inget bra.
Den läcker ut el.
But yeah, I had to give it a go anyways.
Det går fri.
Varför sitter den fast då? So I changed the position of the Kickstarter temporarily. Feeling when you start it for the first time after building something, it's just so good. Oh, nice! It's alive. The valve on the gas tank was leaking a little, so I made a gasket for it and used some sealant for the threads to the valve. And after that, it was fine. I also had to lengthen the kill switch cables a little. There's a lot of small details. You think you're finished, but there are like 20 more things to do. Story of my life. And as you saw earlier, the Kickstarter was getting stuck. It didn't have enough room. So we had to grind a little bit of this mount off to make some space. But that was quite easy. I didn't want to take too much off of the mount, so I also took a bit out of the kick. Okay, I think it's finished. Jag tror att den är färdig nu. Vi ska sätta på plast där. Men det är lite släten plast här. Så jag tror vi ska ta ny plast. Ska se. Coincidentally, I've gotten this Stark box in the mail with brand new red plastic. Vad fan? Åh! Nice. Åh, fy fan vad fint. Nice. Alltså det är så jävla kul när man är blond. Allt det var så kul. Ska jag ha här gissar jag. Om jag inte misstar mig. Skämtar de eller? Sådär. Skruvar. Thank you. Shoutout Malle, shoutout Bobo. Nu när det ändå är så tråkigt när jag skruvar, även fast det är kul för mig som blond, så kanske det är tråkigt för er som är brunetter. Under tiden jag gör det, då skulle ni kunna ge en liten like för videon. Kanske skriva en kommentar. För det hjälper jättemycket för videons spridning. Alltså det är så jävla kul att vara blond. Jag kan inte låta bli att skratta. Nu är det något på tok, men det gör ingenting för att jag är blond. Då är saker lite på tok. Ibland. Oj. Det kunde gått riktigt illa. Allting blir roligare men det blir också lite svårare. Jag ska säga. Fan, det är så nära nu att den är färdig. Vad är det här eller? Det här måste vara någonting i tillverkningsprocessen. Okay. The 250 Stark is finally done. New plastics. It's shiny. Good looking. Got the fatty on. FMF fatty. Yes sir. I can't wait to take this out, ride it. But the weather in Sweden, it's not that good. But hopefully in a couple of days I can go out, ride it. But there is one more thing that I want to do before the presentation. I want to add one more old school touch to it. A little more flavor. It was something that I was looking into doing in the beginning of the video. Yes, you're right. I don't even know what it's called. Like front disc, plastic cover, old school cover. Anyways, it's awesome and we need it on the bike. But having it in white, as it was on the Honda, popped out a little too much. So I decided to go with black with a carbon look. I think that'll fit the Stark perfectly. And as I said, I want to keep this clean without a bunch of logos everywhere. And I actually managed to remove the logo on the cover. I thought I'd had to paint it over. But yeah, here we go. The final bike. And in the next part, I take it out to the track and do a proper first test and see if everything works and holds up. Thank you for watching.